One more time.
Irene.
Irene. Okay. What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Charlie.
Charlie. Hi.
Rose.
Rose.
Nita.
Nita. Okay. And Sally. So, how many of you like art? Do you guys know what art is? Art. Does anyone know the Chinese word for art? Hua. Exactly, yeah. Hua hua. Do you guys like art? Alright, so in English there are many different words to use when talking about art. So the main thing is this link.
Free.
Alright. So the first big question, this is a Google website, alright? It's Google Arts and Culture. You can see many different kinds of art on this website. This link is about big questions, big life questions that art tries to answer. So the first big question is, what is love? And as you can see, there's a lot of different art made about love. This is a famous piece of art by, what's his name? Kunst, right? There's different paintings, different understanding of love. So, the first video we will watch is about why we love. I'm going to slow this down, and I'm going to turn the subtitles on so that you can follow as much as possible the topic today. After the video, so first we will watch a video, then I'm going to show you some vocabulary that you can use, alright? There's the background, canvas, color, la la la. There's a lot of different words you can sort of use to talk about different kinds of art. So first we will talk about why people love, then we will look at some art about love, and then we will try to discuss. Alright? Okay.
Romantic love. Beautiful and intoxicating. Heartbreaking and soul-crushing. Often all at the same time. Why do we choose to put ourselves through its emotional ringer? Does love make our lives meaningful? Or is it an escape from our loneliness and suffering? Is love a disguise for our sexual desire? Or a trick of biology to make us procreate? Is it all we need? Do we need it at all? If romantic love has a purpose, neither science nor psychology has discovered it yet. But over the course of history, some of our most respected philosophers have put forward some intriguing theories. Love makes us whole again. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato explored the idea that we love in order to become complete. In his Symposium, he wrote about a dinner party at which Aristophanes, a comic playwright, regales the guests with the following story. Humans were once creatures with 4 arms, 4 legs, and 2 faces. One day they angered the gods, and Zeus sliced them all in 2. Since then, every person has been missing half of him or herself. Love is the longing to find a soulmate who will make us feel whole again. Or at least that's what Plato believed a drunken comedian would say at a party. Love tricks us into having babies. Much later, German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer maintained that love, based in sexual desire, was a voluptuous illusion. He suggested that we love because our desires lead us to believe that another person will make us happy. But we are sorely mistaken. Nature is tricking us into procreating, and the loving fusion we seek is consummated in our children. When our sexual desires are satisfied, we are thrown back into our tormented existences, and we succeed only in maintaining the species and perpetuating the cycle of human drudgery. Sounds like somebody needs a hug. Love is escape from our loneliness. According to the Nobel Prize-winning British philosopher Bertrand Russell, we love in order to quench our physical and psychological desires. Humans are designed to procreate, but without the ecstasy of passionate love, sex is unsatisfying. Our fear of the cold, cruel world tempts us to build hard shells to protect and isolate ourselves. Love's delight, intimacy, and warmth helps us overcome our fear of the world, escape our lonely shells, and engage more abundantly in life. Love enriches our whole being, making it the best thing in life. Love is a misleading affliction. Siddhartha Gautama, who became known as the Buddha or the Enlightened One, probably would have had some interesting arguments with Russell. Buddha proposed that we love because we are trying to satisfy our base desires. Yet, our passionate cravings are defects, and attachments, even romantic love, are a great source of suffering. Luckily, Buddha discovered the Eightfold Path, a sort of program for extinguishing the fires of desire so that we can reach nirvana, an enlightened state of peace, clarity, wisdom, and compassion. The novelist Chao Xueqin illustrated this Buddhist sentiment that romantic love is folly in one of China's greatest classical novels, Dream of the Red Chamber. In a subplot, Zhao Rei falls in love with Xi Feng, who tricks and humiliates him. Conflicting emotions of love and hate tear him apart. So a Taoist gives him a magic mirror that can cure him, as long as he doesn't look at the front of it. But of course, he looks at the front of it. He sees Xi Feng. His soul enters the mirror, and he is dragged away in iron chains to die. Not all Buddhists think this way about romantic and erotic love, but the moral of this story is that such attachments spell tragedy and should, along with magic mirrors, be avoided. Love lets us reach beyond ourselves. Let's end on a slightly more positive note. The French philosopher Simone de Beauvoir proposed that love is the desire to integrate with another, and that it infuses our lives with meaning. However, she was less concerned with why we love, and more interested in how we can love better. She saw that the problem with traditional romantic love is it can be so captivating that we are tempted to make it our only reason for being. Yet dependence on another to justify our existence easily leads to boredom and power games. To avoid this trap, Beauvoir advised loving authentically, which is more like a great friendship. Lovers support each other in discovering themselves, reaching beyond themselves, and enriching their lives and the world together. Though we might never know why we fall in love, we can be certain that it'll be an emotional roller coaster ride. It's scary and exhilarating. It makes us suffer and makes us soar. Maybe we lose ourselves. Maybe we find ourselves. It might be heartbreaking, or it might just be the best thing in life. Will you dare to find out?
Did you understand this video? How is your English? So-so? Not good? How is your English, Irene?
So-so.
So-so? How is your English?
So bad.
So bad. Okay. How is your English? So-so?
So bad.
So bad?
So bad.
So bad?
So bad.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go through the video piece by piece, and I will try to explain what they're talking about. So, they want to discuss, like, what is love, right? What does love mean? So there's many different ideas about what love does for us. So the first thing, they're saying if romantic love has a purpose, so if romance has a reason, okay, science and psychology hasn't discovered it yet, so we don't know what it is. So if love has a reason, we don't really know why people love yet. It could be many different things. So in history, they had some ideas about love. So the first one they talk about is Plato. Do you know Plato? Let's see. The philosopher Plato.